Nathan Ryder reporting from Coach Dixie Howell Field. His for today's game include Adeshila Richardson, who suffered a concussion in their last game versus Marist. Charbon talked to the boys before the game here. He wants them to play physical, as it's been something that's given them success all season. It's become who they are. He wants them to score a lot of goals against this team, as they have a very good defense, but he believes they can score against them. They're playing against 7A Campbell, who's been very good this season, have a very good ranking, but if Marist shows anything, Coach Harbin wants them to show that ranking is nothing, as they beat Marist High School in penalties, who is a very good ranked school in the state as well. He also wants them to press. They use a style very typical and similar to Liverpool Football Club, as they gang and press, which is a way of pressing as a team to make sure the other team has almost no space. And in the end, he wants them to play Decatur High School soccer. It's halftime here as your Decatur Bulldogs are tied with Campbell 1-1. The Bulldogs started off early with a goal from Balin Altizer, as he worked really hard to tackle the ball off a defender, juked one, and shot past the goalkeeper to give Decatur the lead. However, shortly after, Campbell scored with a chip over Nate Wakeman, a really good chip that gave them the leveler. Harbin has been telling them all game to work hard and work harder than this team and be physical. And one player that's done it so far is senior Wayne Hyde, who came on for 7 minutes, but that 7 minutes was hard work throughout the whole time. There was not a time in that 7 minutes that he was not sprinting. The Bulldogs were working really hard. They were playing through balls. However, the Campbell defense had a really high line. Both teams were playing a high line, as there were many offsides in the game. The Harbin has been telling them to maybe look for the layoff to the striker instead of the through ball. They thought that it may be better for the striker to check back, for them to play him on, and then have the midfielder run through, and he won't be as offside as many times. It's halftime here. Decatur Bulldogs are tied 1-1. Harbin just talked to the boys. He wants them to work hard, as he's been telling them all game. He wants them to gang press, which is something that he likes to say, which means 11 people tackling the ball instead of one person working the ball off. He wants the team to work as a unit. He wants them to finish chances that they're going to get, as he knows that throughout the season, through the rest of the season, they're not going to get sitters, but they're going to get harder chances, and he knows that if they don't finish those chances, they're not going to move on. If they do, they'll move on. He also wants them to finish. He knows it's a battle here. He knows that Decatur High School need to play their style of soccer, though. They've been getting a little lulled by the other team's play, and they're playing like them, getting sucked into the way that they play. He wants them to play Decatur soccer, and he thinks that they can win the game like that. He wants them to work hard, like he's been saying, and win the game. It's full time here. The Bulldogs were tied 2-2 at the end of regulation, but went on to win in penalties 5-4, with Devin scoring, Gideon scoring, Abdizi scoring, Owen scoring, and James Moore scoring. It was a good performance in the penalties by your Decatur Bulldogs. They started off the second half. Definitely, you could see that what Coach had said really got into their minds. They were pressing them, and through their gang tackles and their pressing that Coach really wanted them and was really forcing into them at halftime, you could see it really came through, as the other team looked lost and confused at the beginning of the second half. Through the second half, Decatur were the better team. Emiliano had a couple great saves that kept the score tied. The goal from Decatur was Grayson Gauchier went down the right wing and earned a foul, and then took the free kick, and it went into Owen's header, and it was a brilliant goal from Decatur soccer. They played very well in the second half and came away after the penalties with a win. It'll be marked as a tie in the schedule because the penalties were just for practice for both the teams. However, it is a good morale boost for the team. Decatur winning on penalties 5-4 after a 2-2 draw. We're here after the game with junior center back partnership of Alex Saul and Weiss Wood. Alex, how does it feel to lock down the defense back there?
It's pretty good. It gets a little stressful at times, but I think me and Weiss are doing a good job of working well together, and it feels good, especially when we win.
They work well together all the time. Weiss, how does it feel like to work with Alex, and how you guys read each other's minds sometimes, it seems like, so how does that work out there?
I mean, Alex and I have known each other for quite a long time, so we have a bit of chemistry going on. Played in middle school, played JV freshman year, so we know each other pretty well. So I'm just trying to adjust to playing center back again, but I mean, so far so good. I mean, there's nothing at this point. It's only forward.
Another great showing from the center back partnership of Alex Hall and Weiss Wood. I'm here with senior Wayne Hyde and goal scorer today, Owen Tumpery. Wayne, when you went in, you could tell that Coach really got to you. You were working really hard out there. What gets you to work so hard when you're on the field?
What gets me to work so hard is like I want to give it all to my team. Like I want to put in the effort to get to every ball, play my hardest, play my heart out for my team.
And Owen, you scored today off of a Grayson negotiated cross. How does it feel like to score a goal of that magnitude?
I mean, happens a lot, and it feels good. It feels good.
How does it feel to be the defensive mid player on this team and playing so well so far this season and now getting into the goal columns?
Well, it's a new position, and stepped into some big shoes last year, and we've got to work things out, and I think we're starting to get in our groove going, and I think going into playoffs we're going to be doing pretty good.
Decatur boys varsity winning 5-4 after penalties, and a lot of it due to these men standing next to me.